Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Plumbing the Death Star. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm also Joel.
Plumbing the Death Star is a comedy pop culture podcast that asks the important questions, like, who actually is the worst Wolverine? Hey, you seen Deadpool and Wolverine? Because statistically, if you're watching or listening to this, yes is the answer.
Everyone saw it. Everyone loved it. Beloved.
And in that movie, the Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, they say many times, this Wolverine is the worst Wolverine. And
He's famous for it.
Exactly. He's so known. The TVA know. Other guys.
Not only is he famous in the TVA for being the world's worst Wolverine, they can clock that it's the worst Wolverine just by looking at him.
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
though variants usually look the same.
Yeah, but they see him and they go, there's that mother.
And I guess before we get to who we think the worst Wolverine actually would be, the Wolverine we are presented in Deadpool and Wolverine, the worst Wolverine in the whole of multiverse. So every single comic version, every single movie version, all of the Wolverines. The worst one is one that went to the pub at the wrong time.
Yeah, he got a little bit too drunk and then went on a little bit of a murder spree.
Yeah.
But as a consequence of the X-Men being killed.
Yes.
And I think the movie, because people are going to be going into www.fuckjoeldusha.com and anonymously submitting corrections and be like, actually, he was the Wolverine that rejected the X-Men.
Yeah.
Okay, he's the worst Wolverine because he didn't join the X-Men, but he was friends with them, but was like, I don't need this shit, Bob. I'm going to the pub.
Drinko
So,
mode.
And
I
then
have a question though.
The
Because if he
humans are like,
rejected
"Ra-da-da-da-da-da," with their guns, and now all the X-Men are dead. That's
but-
on Charles, not on Wolverine.
It's on
Or
the
Jean.
humans with the guns.
Yeah, but like, Wolverine.
Hey, before question. Where he's like, I rejected the X-Men, never joined the X-Men or whatever, then where did he get the suit from?
Well, no, because that's
Because
the
then
thing.
he's like, I got the suit. I mean, granted, the suit was maybe from Alpha Flight.
Well, no, because
No.
isn't there a scene where he's like, Cyclops always wanted me to wear this, but I never did. So he was basically part of the X-Men.
So he wasn't
He
part of
didn't
the
really
X-Men.
reject the
He was just
X-Men.
like
No,
a
I
friend
think-
of the X-Men, like a guy who just hung out. So if the X-Men put out an album, it'd be like, and thank you, Logan.
I
He'd be
think
in the liner notes. Yeah.
I think the implication is like, so just pretend X-Men, the movie, happens like normal.
I don't remember the movie X-Men.
X-Men?
That's better.
Do you remember the movie X-Men?
I do.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
I do.
So Logan's found in the snow or whatever at the boxing rink? Wrestling hole?
Maybe none of us remember the X-Men. You know?
Well, he's out just living his life.
Yeah.
And then
in
he
Canada.
fights. He's fighting.
He
He's
saves
fighting
Rogue.
in the cage, dude.
Right? Yeah, he's fighting in the cage.
And he
Rage in a cage, hell in a cell.
Saves Rogue, but
Yeah.
then Cyclops
Fighting a
and
tight location.
Storm Rocker?
Well, they so they saving Rogue, or Rogue is there. I'm pretty sure. Now I gotta scrape the X-Men
Yes.
memory palace.
a movie I haven't seen for
Maybe a decade,
yeah.
maybe more. And then, because they're like, oh, we got to protect a mutant because Magneto is going to hunt down a mutant, and they think it's Wolverine, but no, it's actually Rogue.
Yeah,
So
and
we got to, and they keep it like, we got to stop Magneto from getting Wolverine, and they're like, oh. Whoops!
Oh fuck!
He
wanted
and now she's strapped to the Statue of Liberty, and that man turns to goo, and they push him through the grate.
Senator
That's
Kelly.
awesome, dude. They
Senator
got us
Kelly,
awesome.
rest in
Yeah.
peace. So I think you would basically have to assume that most of that movie happens, but at the end, when they're like, "Welcome to the X Team," he's like, "Fuck off."
But then he still occasionally does team ups.
Yeah.
Well, he
no,
just, like,
but
is
I will
around,
happily hang
yeah.
around the X-Mansion, play pool, and hit on Jean.
Kind of like,
Like a hanger-on.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like an entourage. He's Turtle.
Yeah, he's
No,
Johnny.
Turtles in the
Johnny
Johnny Drama.
Drama.
They're all in the inner circle. It would be
Yeah.
like Mark Wahlberg
Okay.
because in the he's around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
But
not,
he's not part of the
group.
entourage.
Yeah.
Or Ari.
More like Ari.
Ari's not one of the boys. He's not one of the baby boys.
No, it's more like what's
Dude, you gotta check in with.
Yeah,
you gotta watch
dude.
the Entourage movie.
Gotta watch Entourage.
Do you know the plot of the Entourage movie?
I don't know, dude.
Dude, here, let me tell you. Vinny Chase.
Yeah.
So at the end of the series, he got married. But
I'm so tired.
the
Jack.
start of the movie, Jackson.
Yeah, I am listening.
He's on a boat to I can't remember if it's his wedding or his honeymoon, and on the boat he's like, actually, Vinny
Not for
Chase
me.
can't get married, so he gets divorced immediately.
Okay.
Okay.
And then he's like, I'm funding my own movie. It's a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what if Jekyll was a DJ?
Okay.
And it's also a superhero-ish movie.
Tight.
Okay.
And it's called Jekyll.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the whole plot of the Entourage movie is everyone's like, this movie sounds like it's going to suck ass.
Yeah.
But
And Vinny Chase is like,
It's going to be good.
he keeps delaying screening it for friends and family. Ari Gold puts his neck on the line and he's pissed off.
Yeah.
Anyway, they screen the movie and it wins every Academy Award and
That
Johnny
rules.
Drama wins an Oscar.
oh wow, well,
That's
he's
for
well
best
earned.
supporting.
Well earned.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, is he more like is it Floyd or Lloyd?
Lloyd.
Yeah, Lloyd.
Lloyd.
Okay, so maybe he's more
Lloyd
like
gets
Lloyd.
married in it though.
that's nice.
And he's
It's
like,
absurd-
Ari,
it's-
you got to speak at my wedding. And he's like, I'm just homophobic towards you. And Lloyd's like, yeah, but it comes from a place
No, I
of
just mean in
love.
terms of the vibe because
Yeah.
he's
Ari's
a,
assistant?
yeah, so he's around, but he's not like part of
Yeah, he's not a baby
inner
boy.
circle.
It's
Cool.
absurd that Entourage is required viewing for plumbing the Death Star.
No, because we explain it,
comes
every
up
time.
so often.
We explain it every time.
You do explain it every time.
I have seen exactly 0 episodes of that television show, but I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
I have not seen the movie, but I've seen more than a handful of the episodes, I think. Don't know if I watched the last couple of seasons.
You'd love the movie, dude. Trust me. It's like one of those
Okay.
movies where you watch it, you're like, is this a fake movie?
Yeah, it does often feel like a fake TV show.
The movie ends, there's a post-credit scene of the Entourage movie, and that post-credit scene sets up the fact that in the movie, like, in the universe of Entourage, they're going to make Entourage. They're like, whoa,
Why do so many...
our life be truly
Anyway.
like a movie for real. For
okay.
real.
Anyway, so the worst Wolverine is a
Yeah.
Wolverine that just either, maybe was related to the X-Men somehow, then was like, I'm going to go get a couple of brewskis,
Yeah.
and then got a little bit too drunk. I wasn't there when all the X-Men somehow got overpowered by a lot of humans
Human
with
beings,
guns or
yeah,
something. And then
I think it's
he
also
went into a bit
said
of a
to be-
berserker rage,
Yeah.
killed a bunch of those humans, and then was like, well, while I'm here, I may as well cast our stabbing.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the worst Wolverine.
And then everyone knows he's done that, but he's
Yep.
still welcome to drink at a bar.
Yeah, well, I mean, can you stop him? I know I can.
Well, they say we don't serve his kind, but I don't know if they mean mutants or guys who killed or serial killers.
Well, that was another thing. Apparently, like, he's from a universe where humans really hate mutants, but they hate mutants in every universe.
Yeah.
But I've seen people make a real big point of, like, he's from the universe where fuck the mutants. But that's...
Well, I
that's
guess
all-
he's probably from a universe maybe where, like, say, Jean Grey and Cyclops don't have, like,
They're
really
really
good
weak to bullets?
Yeah, or, like,
Yeah.
don't have really good control over their powers, or don't
Okay.
have really good, defenses against people. Like,
Do you want to
coming
pull
in.
up your little machine?
I'll pull up my little
Or your
machine.
medium machine,
Yeah,
whichever
I'll go
machine you want to
medium
fire
machine.
up.
Yeah.
See if you can find out, because I reckon that people have tried to make, because Deadpool and Wolverine everyone loves,
Yeah.
they've tried to make it make a bit more sense than what the movie gives you, even though the movie is basically scary movie and
Yeah.
nothing matters.
Yeah. So it's James Logan Howlett, so he knows his name, I'm guessing. Born in
Nice.
1832.
Okay.
So
guy.
he's a Canadian Class 3 mutant. Granted, so his mutation, he's got a number of animalistic attributes.
Yeah, sure.
Claws, heightened senses.
He's just normal Wolverine.
But what his
Wolverine
universe like?
Okay, so let's see here. He's ageless, immortal. Wolverine isn't interested in being part of the X-Men, instead chose to drink alcohol in bars. So one night while he was out getting drunk, the humans, don't know why that's, in
quotation marks.
Yeah, that's what I
the
mean.
humans attacked the X-Mansion and killed the mutants, including the X-Men. So it's a whole mansion of mutants, not just the X-Men, but I'm guessing from like X,
the whole school.
like like in X2 where it's like a bunch of mutants
Yeah.
happen and chilling
guy who
there or
can change the
whatever.
channel with
So I'm
his
guessing
eyes.
like it's in
Yeah.
X2 when they raid the compound and just get everybody.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
I guess-
guess. All right. So then, consumed by rage and grief, Logan went on a killing spree, turning everyone against the X-Men and earning him the epitaph.
What X-Men?
Well, he's turning against them
Yeah.
ideologically, I suppose.
Yeah.
But they're
Logan
already
went on a
dead.
killing spree, turning
Yeah, the
everyone against
memory?
him. Yeah. I guess the memory of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
So-
fuck the X-Men. Oh, they're dead? Good.
Yeah, I guess it was more of a. Well, there was like a bunch of mutants that didn't like the X-Men. Sorry, there was a bunch of humans that didn't like the X-Men. Then there
Yeah.
were probably a bunch of humans that either were indifferent, and a bunch of humans that were like, no, we should fight for help or fight
Yeah,
for mutant
yeah.
rights.
Is
X-Men
Logan
get
at the
got.
start of X2? Or does Colossus save the day?
Colossus is
both.
there.
Or do they
Colossus-
team up and they're the
Well,
ones
Colossus
that...
is there to usher in a bunch of the mutants out into the sewers, maybe, or wherever.
Yeah.
Nice. But Wolverine is there from the start. He's there watching TV with the kid that blinks.
Yeah, love that kid.
Yeah, best powers.
Best powers,
He's
dude.
there talking to Iceman.
Don't need to get up.
Iceman's like, I'm freeze my beer or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
So he's
right.
around, right?
So I guess, at that point, he's like, fuck this
So this is
fuck
more of
this
a-
noise, I'm going to the pub.
So X-Men 1 happened.
And then
X-Men 2 can't. I mean, X-Men 1 ended a bit differently.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to join the X-Men. Go away.
I want to
Fuck
go to
the
I want to go to the pub, dude.
Yeah. And then so then he
Wolverine.
basically kills everybody. Some humans, a lot of humans. Some that were innocent. Some that weren't
I
innocent.
think where you scrolled to is now where we're going to actually get a bit more information,
Okay.
maybe. But you might need to...
Yeah, so again, Wolverine was part of the X-Men until his fondness for drinking started to harm his work. So basically, he's an alcoholic. He's like,
They're like the worst Wolverine in the world is
Yeah.
alcoholic
One that
Wolverine.
starts to love beers. Well, no, he drinks spirits.
He probably loves a beer.
So a group of humans invaded the X-Mansion, killed a large part of the mutants, including the X-Men. Hurt for not having been there to help them, he entered into a spiral of violence where he murdered the invaders and innocent people. And since then, Wolverine was frowned upon for his actions, and that tarnished the legacy of the
That's funny.
X-Men.
Deadpool and Wolverine truly is the best movie.
It really
the
is.
greatest
It's
movie ever
so good.
What would be like a really bad
Todd.
Wolverine? Like he drinks beers.
Yeah,
He's
dog.
like, what if he was just drinking beers?
He
What if
loves
he loves
beers
it?
heaps.
So if in Astonishing X-Men,
Yeah.
this is when Jean Grey was dead and Cyclops and Emma Frost were together. They were running the school and whatnot. And there's like a wonderful like panel like drawn by is it John Cassidy is the artist, and it kind of goes to like when they're fighting like I think it's a Sentinel or whatever, and what each person is thinking as they're like doing all this. And then when it hovers over Wolverine, his thought bubble is simply like beer. So like
Homer style.
yeah.
No!
That's how I like to make love to my wife.
Think about beers?
No, Homer
style?
Yeah. It's like my main move.
Homer and Marge make love.
They do it a lot. They're really
I know they're
sexually
super
attracted
horny.
to each
Yeah,
other, which
that's
I think is
good.
really nice.
But I feel like because you see them under the covers, I'm trying to figure out what position they usually go for.
I think just classic missionary.
Missionary?
Yeah, I
they're
think
doing it God style?
They're doing it God style.
Trying to create
I
a
don't think
Maggie
Homer's
too?
creative enough to come up with another way of making love to Marge.
I think they
See, I
do it
can
on their
imagine-
side a bit.
Well, yeah, fair enough. That would make sense. It's practical. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can imagine Marge riding.
Well, that's the
yeah.
way that I would imagine them, like Marge on top.
Yeah.
I don't think that's traditionally how they do it.
No, because when Homer gets real big,
Yeah.
when he's wearing that muumuu,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
and then when
she
he gets
gets
into bed and he like gets like,
But-
and then she goes on top of him. He's like, ooh,
Yeah,
it's
it's like
almost
a
like
novel for
like
him.
it's a novel, like it's a treat,
Yeah.
like this doesn't happen often.
And they often, well, yeah,
Maybe.
there's, yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to think about. So I guess if I say I make love to my wife Homer style, I mean missionary.
Yeah, God style.
Yeah. Anyway, this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's, I guess, the worst Wolverine was
Worst we could imagine, yeah.
Worst you can imagine. So I think, look, let's. I can do a bit better of a worse Wolverine.
And you're not allowed to just pick the Wolverine from Logan, who is probably worse than the Wolverine in this one, just on paper. He's also, you see him kill innocent people straight away.
Okay.
I mean, you can pick. You can change what he does.
Great,
You
okay.
can't just say Logan Wolverine.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because all right, so I can. Okay, great. Because I had a plan, which was basically the Logan we see from Logan.
Yeah.
If he had remained a chauffeur.
So he refuses a call to action.
Yeah. Okay.
He's
They
like,
say.
I love driving this limo. I get to see some tittos. That's great.
Does he love driving the
He
limo?
loves driving the limo.
Like a sad Wolverine. Is it awesome to drive a limo?
Is
though?
it sad to love your job?
It depends
Not
on the
at all.
job.
Driving a limousine?
I don't know.
No, I mean, the guy from Die Hard, he loves driving his limousine. What's his name? Alfred?
Clinton? Clancy? Anyway.
Well, I was going to say Jamie Foxx from
From Collateral.
Collateral.
Yeah,
He loved driving his taxi.
He
Well-
aspire to drive a limo.
Yeah,
that's what he want to
true.
be.
I think it would be
He
fun.
wants to be what Wolverine already has.
Yeah.
Therefore,
'Cause
I think it's pretty good.
Driving a limo, it's like you're rich, but you're not.
You're Richard Jason.
I can't remember if it's E or Turtle, but they're happy to be the driver.
Yeah, it's kind of like being a
I think
butler.
it's Turtle.
You're
Makes sense
you're
to me
like
if it's
part
Turtle.
of it, you know?
Yeah.
Part of it?
You're part of the scene. You're part of the hoi polloi. You get to drive around and look in the back seat and see the rich and the wealthy, the important people. You go, I'm a little
Exactly.
part of this.
I'm a part of it.
I'm
Plus,
a little
if you
part
go-
of this.
when you
Plus,
go
if
to-
you want, what you can do is you get a web camera, you install it like somewhere a bit secretive, and then
No,
you can
that's fucked up.
spy
That's
on
crimes.
all
That's
the
fucked
Hey, you got
up.
blackmail. And you say, give
And
me
then you
$1
got some-
million.
You got some
I'll
blackmail
put
on
this
the
on the
terrible
internet.
people that have taking your tax because you
And you're
only
getting
have
frustrated because the wealthy guy in the
customers
backseat's
as
not doing
scumbags.
anything, and you're like, do you want to jerk off?
Yeah, do you want to
Yeah.
jack off?
You can jack off in
I
my
don't
limo.
mind. I don't mind. So
Had
what do you
any
want to do?
anal lately? Speak into this microphone.
Can you speak into the flowers in the limousine
please?
about any anal you've had?
Yeah. So exactly, you only cater to
preferably
the
not with your wife.
worst of the worst. The
Have you ever fucked a
scumbag.
dog? A dog?
As the divider goes up. Oh.
That was my retirement plan. Catch one of these celebrities is fucking a dog. I'm sure of it.
One, I'm sure I can blackmail for get some sweet Benjamins.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm going to put forward as the worst Wolverine.
Yep.
Is yes, a Wolverine, an older Wolverine, a Wolverine where the X-Men have basically lost.
Okay.
A world where they don't really go out and help anymore. The world where humanity basically stamped out mutants by adding like anti-mutant juice to the water supply
Yeah,
or whatever,
Okay.
the crops. And one that was just
Now-
like, well, Xavier's in that thing, he's doing whatever. You know what? I'm going to take this limo of mine and I'm going to keep driving west or east wherever Xavier ain't.
So, have you just picked the Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine, but removed Deadpool?
He does not drink him.
He's not drinking. He's just driving his
And
limo.
he's not responsible, well, not even through inaction of the X-Men not being there.
That was juice in the water.
Is that making? But then, is that just not worth? Is that not a better version of the Wolverine from Deadpool and Wolverine? Because he's no longer responsible for deaths. He is.
Well, he's refusing the call of action to help out
When
say,
he's an old
X-23.
man.
Yeah, but he does help out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
Okay,
true.
we'll remain a chauffeur.
Okay.
We'll have it to the point where it's like, hey, Wolverine, you got to come and help get these kids across the border to Canada or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, the limo calls.
There are rich people that need to be driven
I gotta go
around
pick
LA.
up- I
So
gotta
I
go-
guess the Wolverine that goes back to becoming a limo driver.
I like this Wolverine because it seems like he really prefers driving the limo
Yeah.
to any superheroics.
Yeah, he's like, don't even tell me about
I
it.
don't know. It's like the first time he got in the limousine, he was like, wait a second.
I'm home.
This is where I've meant to be my
This
whole
is
life.
Time to go
clicking.
pick up Johnny Carson.
This is clicking.
Yeah, Johnny Carson. When does this take place? What's a wrinkle to the story?
He's gonna go pick up Johnny Carson, then he's picking up
Liberace?
Whoa, Liberace!
Yeah, get Liberace
I
in the
would
limo.
love to hear a conversation between James Howlett and Liberace.
What would they have to say to each other? They'd become fast friends.
Yeah,
They would absolutely
Liberace would be like, "Oh, big day driving," and
Wolverine would be
Wolverine
like, yeah, Bob.
yeah, Bob.
But I love it.
Do you mind if I smoke in here, Liberace?
No, by all means. Smoke away.
This has the vibe of like just terrible theater. Like you've gone to see your friend's two-man show. And they come out
Wolverine and Liberace.
Mind if I smoke? Smoke away! Thanks, Liberace.
Thanks, Liberace Bob.
And you're sitting in the crowd like, fuck, how much long is this got?
That concludes Act 1.
There'll be a short intermission. That was like 5 minutes. What the? This is a short play. Yeah, it's 15 minutes long. We thought there'd be more
Yeah.
content for Wolverine meets Liberace, but there really wasn't.
It seems like the creators weren't like know Liberace, but aren't really familiar with his work.
They like maybe have seen a picture of him, and that's maybe the extent of it.
Was he British?
You got behind the candelabra recently, bub?
You know it, Wolverine. Got any bone claws recently?
Yes, Bob. Want to see him?
Jesus Christ.
Shink, shink.
Did he say shink shink? Isn't Wolverine schnicked? Oh, for Christ's sake. There was more research done in fucking Mallrats by Jason Mewes, of all people.
I'm gonna go to
Shink,
the
shink.
I'm gonna go to the
Shink,
toilet and then hang
shink.
out there for like 10 minutes.
God, I gotta be like, well done. That was an incredible
Yeah, at the
performance.
end of this, we're gonna have to
really,
say-
it felt like Logan was on stage or whatever.
There's like 7 people in the crowd, man.
So
This sucks.
He's gonna seek me out.
So,
He's
Liberace,
gonna
where am I
sneak me out.
taking you, bub?
Taking me to the theater, I think.
Oh, that's interesting, bub, because I've been waiting.
Waiting for what?
Goddard.
What is he doing there?
Why are they referencing?
feels-
What?
Has he ever only seen one
Wait, is
play?
this maybe Outsider Art I'm watching? Wait, is this Genius? Goddo? I too am waiting for Goddo.
I hope he comes.
No, I was wrong.
Not today, bub. Not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Thank you, that was Act 2.
Stick around for Act 3.
What? I don't want to do it.
That was Act 2 of 8.
Oh, it's a simple 8-act play, you say?
Have they mistaken an act for a scene? And that's also not right, because it's all into one scene. This is truly the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
Wolverine and Liberace opens to middling response.
A two-man show. And then at the end, you're going to come and be like, wow.
What do you think?
Guys,
Come
that
on.
I mean,
That was pretty damn good, right?
you guys.
I just couldn't believe that no one's ever thought about putting Wolverine with Liberace.
Well, and when,
You know, I loved the stage direction. The lighting was on point. Man, the way you guys like really envisioned, like you was definitely did feel like we were in the
we
back
drew
of
from the
a
classics,
limousine.
and I hope that we hit our reference points
yeah. Oh,
subtly.
are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was super good, guys.
I
Super
really.
good. Well
And
done.
is
Yeah,
that
because
like?
they were both waiting for Goddo, which is like the play waiting for Goddo, except we made it very obvious that Goddo is God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You guys did that.
Are you? Is that like?
Is that
Is it done? Like are the
very meaningful, deep?
Yeah.
Very deep. Made
you
me-
guys, you know how to make a play. Anyway, I have
I have a dinner reservation.
I mean, a dinner
yeah, we got
reservation.
to then the train.
I trained to the dinner.
Yeah.
So,
See, you got
Space
you're
for
so
two more.
No, it was a real.
We can tell you about the writing process.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
can tell you about the stuff left on the cutting room
Grueling
floor.
6-month rehearsals.
Unfortunately, it was it's already booked out. So it's
Well,
already
maybe we'll
booked.
just
maybe
come
next
on-
time I'll text you. Oh, we got to.
Where
We'll
you
come
going?
on. No, it's okay.
We
We'll
gotta-
come along and
No,
we'll just
where
like.
you going? I'll call them now. I'll see if there's any reservations.
it's
I'll just get a table for two.
And like even if we'll like walk with you, and if
Okay.
if there's no seats, we'll,
Actually,
we'll figure something else out.
While we pick up a bit of pizza before we go out, because again, it was a bit of it was kind of like a date night for us. So
Pizza before your dinner?
well, it's a date night
These
for
guys
us.
are
And,
fucking crazy.
so I was just thinking, if you want to have if you're having some pizza, we'll just do
This is
that.
giving me an idea for my next play.
Pizza, a one-man show.
Pizza and then dinner. A one man's
Well, if you guys
depravity.
were hungry,
You come out on stage and you say, "When I was a kid, Dad always ordered pizza," and then you do a spin and you go, "Hello, pizza place. I'm Jackson's dad.
I don't like
Two
one.
pepperoni pizzas, please."
Yes, it's dinner. But nowadays, and I do a quick spin, and then I'm like, "Hi, I'm Joel Zaman. I'm getting a piece of pizza slice after my friend's play before dinner. Pizza's a snack to me." And then I
sitting
do
there
it,
in the audience is like, we were just doing that because we didn't want to fucking
and then I
come.
spin around again. What the fuck is happening?
Sitting the guy like, "Why? Why is he making this place about me? What the fuck?"
All we wanted
What's wrong with society? Pizza used to be dinner. Now it's a snack before a dinner.
For dinner?
For the journey to
You know what's
dinner.
fucked up, man? I was like, we'll watch you eat a piece of pizza. I was thinking he'd eat the pizza.
I don't think he understood what
And
was
I've
saying.
had plenty
what
of
was
time
going
to think about pizza for dinner and pizza before dinner because I've been waiting for Goddo.
He brought it back. It's a gotta.
Somebody comes off from one of the side
Hey,
stages
sir.
dressed like pizza.
Yeah, the pizza delivery won't be coming today. Maybe tomorrow.
Just sitting
Pizza for
there,
dinner.
just sitting there, seething, being like, I hate that I've been dragged into this once more, and I'm gonna, you know what, fine. You know what, I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm not gonna say nothing. When we see him afterwards, it's great. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be
He's never going to make it to Broadway. I know he talks about it a lot, but watching this, he has no hope.
End of Act 1.
He doesn't even know you don't. That's like a stage direction. You actually don't say that.
Nothing happens. The curtains don't even drop. He just the end of Act 1, and then he
bows, though.
and then
He
it's the
bows and then stands still for like 30 seconds.
It's the same fucking scene. It's the same fucking scene. Remember the fucking Wolverine Liberace? Do you remember
Gee, how can I
Wolverine?
forget?
Fucking hell! It's like end of Act 1, and you know what? They're still in the same fucking car. They haven't moved. Time hasn't happened. Like it doesn't happen. It's just happened there. I'm so mad.
I hate that I'm going to have to say it was great afterwards.
Okay, Pact, we don't say it was great. We
Okay,
say, we just have to say.
Hey, thanks so much for coming to my play.
You guys, this guy can do a play.
So you liked my new performance pizza slash pizza pizza for
really
dinner
good.
slash pizza before dinner?
Loved it, dude.
Loved it.
You are funny.
Funny stuff. Good commentary
Dramatic.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got a jet. I got to go home.
Tugged at my heartstrings.
I was thinking maybe going out for a drink.
No,
To celebrate opening night.
Let's do it.
Like
I'm a
I can-
pushover.
I guess we can stay out for one. Stay out for one drink. Yeah, we can stay out for.
okay.
Of course we can stay out for one drink. I mean, we got to buy you the man.
Yeah.
Got to buy you
Great.
like at least so you do wine or beer these days? Or spirits? You want to have a jack of rum and coke or something?
Champagne. To celebrate my success.
Of course.
And not the cheap stuff.
No! 3 glasses of the finest champagne
Yep.
Okay.
Let's have the finest
for
champagne.
myself and my 2 biggest fans.
Okay.
Yep.
I've actually been thinking, you guys have some acting chops yourself.
No, buddy.
No, it's not for me,
Not for
probably.
me. You know me. I love
You
to.
were born for the stage.
I'm a watcher. I'm a watcher, not a doer. So,
not a
That's
creative.
actually good. A watcher, not a doer.
Not
That's
a
giving
creative
me some
bone in my body.
ideas.
Not a creative bone in
it's
my
really
body.
terrible to be your muse. You picked some terrible muses.
Welcome to my one-act play of a man who could have had it all, but chose to be a watcher instead of a doer.
2024, October. Hey, did you like my play? You should be in it. I did like your play, but I don't want to be in it. I'm a watcher, not a doer.
That's a real shame. You're never going to achieve anything if you turn your back on the stage.
Lights go dark. Spotlight.
End of Act 1.
Motherfucker.
He figured out lighting, I guess. That's pretty good.
Act 2 starts now. My friend, he is weak of mind, and I should know. I've had plenty of time to think about him as I wait for Godot.
Is this the Wait for Godot trilogy?
Has he ever seen Waiting for Godot? I don't think he has. I don't think he knows what
He
he's
mightn't
talking
come today, but he'll definitely come tomorrow.
He definitely knows one bit of it.
My pants have fallen down while I wait for Godot. I have picked my pants up.
Right.
He's saying stage direction.
And nothing's happening.
Is it a
Is
mime?
this outsider or like a prank or something? What?
Every year the audience gets bigger and bigger. Are we out of touch?
Yeah, do I not get it?
I don't know. Maybe we are just.
To turn your back on the stage is a crime punishable by death. What is he saying?
Is he
Does he think you? Is he think you should?
should I not be?
My friends should be dead. I hope they
If they get hit by a car.
and choke.
If only.
And then I'll be reunited with them when I finally meet up with Godot.
Act 3. Imagine he went and joined a theater company, and then he just.
Hello, my friend. I have stopped being a watcher and started being a doer, and I am happy. Has Godot come yet?
And now, imagine, if you will, does a spin. Yeah, nah, I'm a watcher. And then 2 months later, hit by a train.
I think he'd sound something like this. Ah! Oh, God!
You don't watch death, do you?
End of Act 3.
It's like sound effects of like an old train that comes in a bit too late. Good stuff.
Yeah. I can see it in lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see all 3 of these in lights.
Yeah.
The John Dusha
Yeah.
trilogy.
Yeah, it'd be huge.
Yeah, maybe just a Wolverine that just instead decided to join the theater. I think that was a pretty
Wolverine.
bad Wolverine.
Yeah. He just
A
not really have
Wolverine
acting
that didn't have
chops,
much
does
to
he?
say about, like, every just like commentated, and this is my version of what I thought. They're putting some juice in the water that makes mutants bad or not existent. I'm gonna make a play of this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bad artist
Okay.
Wolverine would
Yeah.
be pretty bad, but maybe not the worst in the world.
No, I think the worst Wolverine, you just need to make one simple change
Yeah.
from regular Wolverine and just simply make his claws go backwards.
Oh, no.
So a Wolverine that has adamantium claws, but instead of coming out from between his knuckles, they simply shoot back up into his forearm.
So they start
Where do they start?
So I get presumably they start like near
They
his.
start in his wrist, like
Okay.
or in his hand, however they normally
So I
start.
guess they're
But
in
they're
his
angled the
forearm.
other way.
Because they're in his
And
forearm, they go out.
Yeah, but when he activates them, they just shoot further back.
So I
into
guess
his
he's got
arms.
elbows, like elbow claws.
They don't come out of his elbows; they just shred his arms.
Okay.
He tries really hard not to use them.
Are
But
they
sometimes
He can't help it, and he just has to go to the
Are they
doctor.
telescopic?
What do you mean?
No, because they're further up. So normally
Yeah.
They're just angled. They're still attached.
Yeah.
And then, yes, I understand that in the regular Wolverine,
Yeah, I'm just thinking
it's
the,
his bone.
the
that's-
length of a his bone claw.
Yeah.
When you're saying it, because usually it's about the length of his forearm.
Okay, well maybe imagine this
so if it
instead.
kind of like
Okay.
this. If you imagine the
What
elbow
if-
is his pivot point.
What
his
if
push point?
what if they fucked up and they put it in at the wrong temperature
Yeah, okay.
and it bent? So maybe they still come out his wrist, but they're bent back and angled straight back into his arm.
So like kind of like a Baby Russa.
I don't know
What's
what that
the
is. A Baby
Baby
Russa?
Yeah, a Baby Russa.
What's
It's
a
a kind
Baby
of
Russa?
awesome pig. So
That's not what I expected.
a Baby Russa is a pig that has its teeth. They grow out and then they curve back and go right into
like
its
that,
brain.
like a
and
goat
kill it.
sometimes when that happens.
Yeah, just like that.
yeah,
Okay, so Wolverine extends the claws and they come out and stab him.
Yeah, stab him.
Okay, so he's got this like almost this U shape that comes out
Yeah.
of his knuckle
Yeah.
and then back in.
Just straight back into his arm.
Okay, so he can still use them to punch and hurt people.
Yeah, they're
but-
kind of like
but-
brass knuckles that hurt him.
Yeah, and then they
How
hurt
much-
him. They cane him.
Yeah, how much does it come out as well? By the way,
Yeah, how far?
How far does
How
it
far
like,
before turning around?
Well, I imagine. Yeah, that's a good point. Because
They come out,
Yeah, they come
then they
out.
curve
if they
back.
come out a bit without curving back, then he could just use short.
And if they're solid, wouldn't it just come out in one solid, like, chunk? Like,
Yeah.
gunk.
Unless they're in his hand
Yeah.
and his hands are fucked and they shoot backwards from his hand.
Yeah, what about small, like,
Oh, yeah, they
small
could just be-
claws?
Maybe we'll go back to the original idea. Yeah, they're
Small
normal, but they're
claws.
smaller. Not the length of his forearm, half the length of
But
his
what if
forearm.
they come
and when
out
he
of his
activates-
collarbone into his neck?
Oh,
So he
yeah.
goes like this to do the Wolverine thing and then just goes through his throat
yeah.
and he bleeds out.
Yeah. What if, like, lobotomy claws? Maybe just aimed at his brain?
Okay, so he's got like,
She goes, shick, and stabbed in the brain.
Why
Okay.
does he keep going shinked?
What's he meant to say?
Nick.
Schnicked?
Shink is great though.
Yeah,
Shink.
shink.
Oh, my fucking head.
Maybe he's got all over his body, just claws that just stab him in a million places.
Yeah.
Every time he uses his mutant power. Now, as a teenager, when that just happens,
Yeah, well,
it
it bones
hurts.
when
So
he's a
when
teenager.
in James Howell, it's past, I guess,
Yeah.
where I think the dad comes in, shoots his dad. He's like, "Come on, you come with me," and
Yeah.
he stabs that guy. What happens here?
yeah, and he's defending himself from the guy who attacked his dad.
I
He
guess
just gets
nothing happens.
stabbed
He
in a
just
bunch
gets
of places.
And then he just gets shot as well. And then he heals.
Yeah.
If we look at like the human skeleton, let's get like a picture of the human skeleton.
Okay,
up and
fabulous.
come
It's
on,
about time
come
we
on,
got
come
a
on.
sense of that thing.
So like, where do you reckon the worst place for
What if
bone
he,
claws?
What if instead of bone? What if instead of bone claws, they're rib claws, and every rib is a claw that comes out, so it pretty much just bisects him,
So where do they?
and then like stabs
so
his arms
Does
as well.
it come out like where?
They come out sideways,
Okay.
like into his arms.
Okay, so if you imagine your rib, but then the rib has like a sheath over
Yeah.
it of another
Yeah.
bone that again
Yeah.
shoots out, so he kind of becomes like, is it like a turtle that kind of does that?
Yeah, but I don't
Or a
think that-
toad.
Or a toad maybe?
I think there's a toad whose
Yeah.
skeleton pops.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I just got a question for you. Yeah. Do you know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning?
It pops.
Same as everything else.
It pops.
You know what happens when a toad has spiky ribs that poke out of its body?
It hurts the toad.
It hurts. It's the
Same as everything else.
Same thing that happens when anything has spiky ribs that poke out of its body. It's painful.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Does this-
We got a guy. Snack, snack. Oh!
Snacked is a bad noise.
Snack.
Snacked. Oh!
He's got to put his arms real out high so he doesn't get got. Snack, snack. Oh!
he runs at you, kind of baboon style. Yeah.
And then just
That's
has,
scary.
Always has to like hip
Whoa.
and shoulder
Yeah.
you, but
Yeah.
not really. That's
Okay,
kinda good.
that's
But
pretty
also
bad.
because of how many ribs you've got, I feel like that the moment they come out, there's a big chance that his torso just kind of slides off his body. Because he's like cutting himself in half, basically.
What?
Because if you have so much stuff come out
What?
of your side,
But does it come out All it does is make big holes in your side.
He's just got
Oh, wait, or does it, because a rib obviously curves around.
Yeah.
Is it like a blade that comes out the hole? Because then, he cuts himself in half.
Like, 'cause I was
It's
imagining
just like sex, like in his.
And then it's like, slop.
that he
Falls
heals over.
falls off his own legs.
Yeah,
Fall off your own legs, no worse feeling.
because I was imagining it was one little hole for each rib.
No.
But if it's like a saw blade
Like a
that
disc.
pops out, a disc, then he falls off his own legs.
But also like multiple.
Happen all the same time.
It just happens like, because how many, this is a question I should know the answer to.
Yeah.
How many ribs do we have on each side?
Great question.
12?
12? 12 sounds right.
Are you just saying because 12
no,
sounds
12
right?
sounds right, but because it's like 12 and then like the 13th rib is like...
A
It's like
forbidden rib.
We got 24 ribs.
Oh, it's 12 on each side.
12 on each side. There you go,
Wait,
baby.
or is it? Oh, you know, it is 12 on each
12
side.
12 on each side.
Fuck, I actually knew a
You
thing.
knew how many
Yeah.
ribs we have,
So-
baby.
So yeah, he's gonna get cut into 20
don't-
to
slices.
13
Because it depends.
slices.
It's half
That's
of the.
too many slices.
Too many slices of one man.
A lot of it is cartilage.
Yeah.
So the bits that are ribs, is it just like being pushed out, or like, because you're getting pushed a lot of big gaping holes.
Yeah.
Maybe not 100%.
Well, what disturbs me is that because
I
the
don't-
ribs don't go the whole way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
So he has a strip of flesh
Yeah,
in
that's
the
what he's
front.
And
dangling
then I
onto.
guess he just
They
like
kind
kind
of
of
put accordions down.
so is it?
looking in his own nuts.
Yeah.
So is it additional? Is it additional bones?
Yeah.
Or is it the ribs themselves?
The ribs are coated in adamantium.
Yeah, like because his regular body and his bone
Yeah.
claws,
Yeah.
they're an additional bone.
Well, maybe, you know what? Yeah, because I guess
That's
his
what I
bone
meant,
claws,
yeah.
I guess they're just like, it's another layer around his ribs that when he tenses come out.
Okay.
I can't stop thinking about if your mutant power was that you just like your torso ended and then your legs
mutant-
started, but you controlled them both. You just had to hold on to your legs.
Yeah.
My mutant power is I can fall off my own legs.
Yeah, you have to have your hands in your pockets constantly so you
you've
don't
been
fall off your legs.
Bisected in 12 ways. Or you're being held together by your spine and sternum.
Well, that's
Yeah.
that's how Wolverine's doing
Yeah.
it. That's doing it Wolverine
Oh, and also
style.
he's obviously a drunk.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing you can be.
Yeah,
in this
of
universe.
course. Yeah, dude, of course.
So anytime he goes to help in the X-Men, he's in immense pain and just kind
Accordions
of
and falls over.
He could
man.
not use his ribs and just punch.
He's got
Yeah.
a healing factor still, I
yeah.
hope.
Yeah, he still has healing
Please,
factor.
God.
Well, I guess, if with everyone, if everything was like, and he's a drunk, because that's the worst thing that
Yeah.
you could be. Like, again, getting drunk behind a limo, that's not good.
That's no good.
That's not
Absolutely.
Drink driving, that's a crime.
Liberace's in trouble.
good. He's in heaps of trouble.
Yeah,
He'll
dude.
hate
Or
that.
Jimmy Carson, apparently.
Yeah. So when Wolverine,
Maybe Humphrey Bogart.
welcome to Wolverine meets Liberace, drunk edition.
Whoa, no, dude. He's going back to the classics.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Hey,
So,
Liberace Bob, it's
Liberace
me,
Bubs.
Wolverine. I'm back for round 2, but this time I've been drinking the sauce. Well, you shouldn't have done that, Wolverine. Pull over right now. No, Bob. I'm gonna go faster.
What is he trying to say?
don't
What
know.
is he doing, dude?
I'm sure.
I'm so
You would
done.
think at a certain point we wouldn't have to come to every one of these, but I guess
Wolverine, why are you doing this? My friend was a watcher, not a doer, Bob.
he's what the fuck?
They had pizza as an on the way to dinner snack, Bob.
That was a lie. That was a lie to get
And
rid of him.
Does
That
he
was a
use
lie.
these plays to
Does he-
communicate stuff to us he's not comfortable saying, like in person?
Does he not realize what
Is
we were
that
trying
what
to
this
do?
And it's made
Does
me
he
realize
genuinely not
that
understand that we
I don't
just
know.
the happiness is only behind the wheel of a beautiful limousine, Liberace, Bob, and the bottom of a bottle.
Does he think Liberace's name is also Bob at this point? I don't.
I don't.
Starring Joel Dusher as Wolverine and Joel Dusher as Liberace, Bob.
Did he know
I think he's
at
got a-
some point that wasn't true and then forgot over time?
It's a gross misunderstanding of so many
James
things.
Wolverine and Liberace Bob in Liberace and Wolverine.
He knows enough to know that it's James.
yeah, he's got that, but he keeps calling him James Wolverine. So not quite enough.
James Wolverine, please. Liberace Bob. That's the only way. Where are they going?
It's not even about anything at this point. It's not about anything. It's just sort of like he's improvising it, but also Could he be really this bad at improvising this?
He keeps going on about a 6-month rehearsal.
Yeah. Probably not.
Grueling. It was grueling.
Every day, 6 a.m., waking up.
6 a.m. to 9 p.m. every night. I had to capture the essence of James Wolverine and Liberace Bob.
People keep talking about, like, yeah, you got to go to the arts and support that because escape from your 9-to-5 office job. You know what? This makes me long for the 9-to-5.
Yeah. I was
wish
back
I was
in the
back at
office.
work. You know what
back
I
behind a
You know, I
computer.
was thinking about Excel spreadsheets.
Yeah,
God damn this.
I think this might be the last arts I support. This might be me, I think.
Oh, yeah, I'm pulling funding. I'm supporting the military.
Yeah, I don't know.
Fuck
Military-industrial complex, I'd prefer. I was thinking the worst
Yeah.
Wolverine would be one who got an Ant-Man suit and got just, like, so tiny we lost him.
Could he get big again?
No, like, he got tiny
suit
and then the
broke?
suit broke.
Yeah.
And we're like, where's Wolverine? And he's just, like, lost somewhere.
So the worst Wolverine is what wasn't there.
Yeah, well, he's there. We just, like, don't know where
Don't
he
know where
is.
he is.
We're
Does
like,
he still try and help out?
we don't know.
Because with Ant-Man,
He's trapped in the small tiny realm.
No, I don't imagine he's that small.
How tall?
how big?
Like, small.
Could we find him?
If we spend a lot of time
Like how-
looking.
okay,
like as
give
big
me
as a pepper, like a bit of pepper.
Like a peppercorn.
Yeah, as big as a peppercorn.
So,
that's
like,
tiny.
big enough that you could see him, but you'd be like, is that a little man? Surely not.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
probably
yeah.
just one of my dropped peppercorns.
I'm just eating peppercorns like popcorn.
These taste disgusting.
They're so peppery. I bit one. Oh, it's bad.
I don't know the best way to biting.
Anyway,
I like the taste of pepper, but not like this.
eating
Oh, I
them so-
dropped one. Wait, is this a little
that a little
man?
guy?
I hope I don't eat that little man I always think I saw amongst my little peppercorns.
He's in a bad place.
Oh, you're picking up Wolverine because he's indestructible.
I'm like,
and he's-
that peppercorn tastes
Imagine
so
getting
strange.
3 little, like, very tiny adamantium claws in your tooth.
If it was-
it's stuck.
Fling it away. Oh fuck! I think that was Wolverine. Yeah, and he's just
we
like
lost him
he's
again.
lost. He's lost in the X Mansion, and it's like a thing where like everybody's like, we should find him, but like how are you gonna find him? He's
Well,
so
Professor
small.
X would find him straight away.
He's too small for that.
I don't know. His brain's so tiny.
Yeah.
Brainwave's little.
He's giving off such a small psychic signal.
Yeah, he'd be get confused with the rats.
Yeah,
Professor
exactly.
X is like,
surely.
I found him. Oh,
think he's
wait,
in the
we just have a
jungle.
rat problem.
Wait, it's just a peppercorn.
Yeah.
A peppercorn with a brain?
I think there's something wrong with my machine. It's detecting mutants and peppercorns.
The wall
Cerebro
is
has actually
full
been...
of them. Oh my god,
It's
the
in
wall's so
peppercorn
many.
Cerebro accidentally.
I understand. I think
Peppercorn Cerebro? You want to
I think
explore
Wolverine has gone into peppercorn realm.
Let's explore peppercorn Cerebro.
So he's
Yes.
just seeing pepper all around the world?
Well, it seems like in the riff I just tried to create, Professor X has created a Cerebro to find peppercorns.
Yeah.
That he needs a whole machine to locate peppercorns.
He's got 2 machines there, 2 Cerebros. I put that one on to find mutants with abilities
So
pop
that
up,
I can bring them into my
bring them in
mansion.
to make sure that nothing goes awry.
Yeah.
And that one, well, when I'm ever feeling like one feels a bit too bland,
And
I
want
need
some
a bit of a pep.
peppercorns.
I get down to
I
that
get
one.
into peppercorn Cerebro and,
and then I find me some
locate the
peppercorns.
peppercorns.
There's a lot of them in Coles, Woolworths,
Yeah.
Aldi.
I can
heaps.
answer any question about peppercorn Cerebro you have. I consider myself the leading expert on peppercorn Cerebro.
As the head of the Peppercorn Cerebro riff, just got a couple of questions about the creation process.
Dude,
Yeah.
shoot him at me.
Yeah.
Shoot him at me,
What
dude.
did y'all do should probably do this? So just one question.
Okay.
What is he looking for?
Yeah.
He's trying to find peppercorns.
And is there different varieties of
is he
peppercorn,
trying
or
to
is it just
find-
all peppercorns?
Like, is he trying to find mutant peppercorns?
In my mind,
Yes.
he saw how effective Cerebro was, and he thought, well, sometimes I am trying to find a peppercorn.
Is that a thing he often loses?
Well, I think it's maybe funny to imagine Professor X eating peppercorns.
Sitting in his
And like
room.
the idea that he has this gigantic, elaborate Cerebro-style machine purely to locate peppercorns.
A thing you can find at a grocery,
At a grocery store. I sort of thought there was
How
some...
is it built? Like, what does the design look like? Because, like,
Like
in my mind,
yeah.
it looked like, because, like, the Cerebro's a helmet. It looked like that, but it was just an enlarged, hollowed-out peppercorn
Oh, I
that he
see.
put over his head.
That's far more elaborate. For
Does
me,
it make him sneeze?
well,
The
no.
helmet, I mean, not peppercorn.
Probably if it's a big peppercorn.
Yeah.
In
Imagine
my
like
mind,
a
it was
peppercorn that's
identical
fed a pin particle.
Yeah.
A bit big.
No, in my mind, it was identical to regular Cerebro,
so he gets
but it just
confused.
it had like on the machine like the label Cerebro, but above it, kind of like how you might have like say on a packet of chips, and it'll have like in the corner like new, but it says peppercorn Cerebro.
Okay.
So he's just looking for any peppercorn
Yeah, I suppose
because he likes eating peppercorns.
yeah,
Yes,
out
he
of a
wants
bowl.
to know where they are.
Just
Okay.
does he often? So what happens? So
How often does he
is it-
use this
yeah.
peppercorn?
So it's like-
He's got a bowl of peppercorns. He's like, I'm going to eat you, and then miss my mouth.
And then it rolls
And
away.
it rolls. And he's
And
like,
he's like,
"Ah,
oh, he's like,
I
he's
can't
just
get it.
doing
He's
like
so real.
a-
Is there a shortage?
Yeah.
No, it's like he's like doing a like where are the peppercorns in the X mansion? Well, getting peppercorn Cerebro.
Okay.
So it's like, maybe I'll check the pantry, maybe on the table,
No, he's like-
next to the salt.
It's kind of like, if you have like a smart fridge, you could like get on your phone and see like what's in it.
Can you?
That's the thing I've seen some people do.
Yeah, okay.
So it's like that, but for peppercorns in the X mansion.
Surely. I mean,
And in this period of time, imagine a rat's eating Wolverine.
Yeah, because of peppercorn Cerebro. That's what he was in instead of regular Cerebro.
Yeah. A lot to unpack there.
To unpack about
I think we should record more episodes of Plumbing the Death Star at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I think there's been a lot of very good riffs. And I think the one lesson we can learn today is that Deadpool and Wolverine, they said the worst Wolverines are drunk, but you can just say anything and that's a worse Wolverine.
Yeah.
A
Pretty much.
Wolverine that has diarrhea is probably worse.
oh, man.
Yeah.
So stinky.
Food poisoning
Yeah.
Wolverine.
He,
Who's-
he can't do
no.
anything because he just feels too sick. He's throwing up and shitting.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a Wolverine that has a grass allergy.
Yeah, exactly.
Arms for legs, Wolverine.
Yeah. Well,
Does he have
Wolverine,
legs for arms?
Yeah.
Oh, that's trouble.
like a Wolverine covered entirely in assholes.
Okay.
The Wolverine, I think like the actual, he's a Dead Man Logan.
Dead Man Logan.
Dead Man Logan.
Frankenstein Wolverine.
Dead Man Logan.
Yeah.
Dead Man Logan.
Is there a Wolverine in Marvel Zombies?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
that Wolverine
That
would
guy
be way
loves to eat
worse.
people.
A Wolverine that when he goes snicked, his legs come out of there.
yeah.
They like suck up into his body.
Yeah, shoot out.
No,
of
but
you.
maybe that's balling because he can kick you in the face.
Oh no, he's punches and kicks.
Yeah. A Wolverine who's punches and kicks and
Yeah,
kicks
But
and
yeah.
punches.
that's actually an awesome Wolverine.
That's a sick
man.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
A Wolverine who, when he does this, just water comes out.
Yeah.
You can drink from.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
like a Wolverine, like he's like his claws happen, but they just make little holes and just blood pours out.
Yeah.
But it's not powerful blood.
No,
it's just
it's just
blood.
his blood. He just was. It's just like
yeah.
a problem.
Yeah. Just like him, I'd open wound the Wolverine.
Yeah,
Yeah, sick Wolverine.
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 Wolverine who's slowly melting 1 minute at a time. Yeah.
All of these Wolverines are worse.
Yeah, a Wolverine that was instead of like, I don't know, adamantium, they just bonded his bones with gold.
Yeah, or jelly.
Jelly, yeah.
Gelatin Wolverine.
Yeah, maybe if Wolverine was some sort of rude dog.
Rude dog Wolverine.
Wolverine,
would
the insult comic dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wolverine stuck in a well. Wolverine.
Hey, Wolverine stuck
That's
in a
pretty
well.
bad.
Wolverine that's lost.
Yeah.
Gooning Wolverine.
Gooning Wolverine.
A Wolverine addicted to pornos.
Whoa, Goon Cave
That's a pretty
Wolverine.
bad. That's a pretty bad.
Yeah.
Wolverine who got stuck in the TV.
Oh yeah.
Like he went into the TV and now he's on a cooking show.
Yeah.
Did he do? Oh, okay, I was gonna say, did he do it Videodrome style where
No,
the
like
TV
a-
becomes lips?
No, like a Mike TV style.
Like
Mike
he just,
TV,
I think
yeah.
he just touched the screen and just like
And then
he
he
was
went
just
into Ready,
unlucky.
Steady, Cook.
And he went into Ready Steady Cook and he's
Yeah.
scared, but he can't get out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's got to cook what
yeah,
he's got 30 minutes to cook what the judges want, and the crowd's gonna vote.
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
fucked.
He's fucking terrified.
Yeah, like a coward Wolverine.
Yeah.
They're gonna say cow Wolverine.
Cow Wolverine's pretty bad.
Yeah.
The blades come out
like
the udders.
Yeah.
Cut the farmer's hands.
Yeah. Like
Farmers
yeah.
hate that cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cow with like beautiful hair, and the farmer comes out. It's like, time to milk you, Wolverine cow.
Man, every time I do this, the milk's never any good because it's also full of blood.
I milk blood from this Wolverine.
My own blood. I milk my own blood from this Wolverine cow.
Thank you for coming to my farm, kids. Would anyone like a sample of my blood?
I have one cow and it's a Wolverine cow, and I milk blood from my Wolverine cow.
Yeah,
I have not made any money.
No. Or a Wolverine that instead of sharp claws, it's like really like blunt batons that come out of his
Oh.
hands. So it has to push against his flesh and skin.
Oh,
so
no.
it hurts him a lot. But then when it comes out, it's just like a big long stick.
Yeah.
That would suck.
That would suck.
A Wolverine that medically cannot stop pissing.
Yeah.
Oh, no. That's bad, dude.
There's a lot of worse Wolverines than the Wolverine we got in Deadpool and Wolverine. And Disney, if you're watching, first of all, don't sue us because it's the name of the show. Second of all, you can hire us. We're available for all brainstorming sessions.
Yeah, exactly.
You can even pay us those scab rates of like, oh, it's a brainstorming session, so we pay you $20 an hour.
We'll take
and
it,
then we'll
dude.
take your ideas and we'll put in $1 billion movie.
Yeah, because it's either this or like a one-man show, and as you can see, we're not great at either.
Yeah, we can't figure it out.
But what we can do is we can make a cow Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly.
Following the success of Wolverine and Liberace comes Peppercorn Cerebro.
The greatest riff we've ever done.
And on that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
I've also been Joel.
Was this one good? I think so.
I liked it.
I reckon Billy. We'll
I
go
think
Billy
this is
for
a Billy.
this one.
Billy downloads Billy dollars.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah. Bye.
Who you calling Pinhead? Eh?
Hey, exactly.
Hey everyone!
What?
Are we recording?
Hang on. What?
It's
Sorry,
too
sorry,
zoomed in.
sorry.
So it stressed me
There
out.
you go, dude.
Stressed me out. Excuse
Ah,
me.
that's fine.
Stretch me out.
Yeah.
Me out. Sorry. Forgive me.
Not Lance Armstrong, the other guy. Live Strong. Stretch Live Strong? Stretch Armstrong. Live Strong's already Armstrong. Lance Armstrong.
Stretch lips.
Live strong.
Stretch lips.
Live strong's already Armstrong.
Yeah, Live
You
Strong.
were right the first time with Stretch Armstrong.
What the fuck happened to you?
Okay. So I was like, Stretch Armstrong, no, I'm thinking of Lance Armstrong. And then I went Stretch Live Strong, and then I was like, wait, no, Live Strong is Lance Armstrong's charity,
Yeah.
which presumably went
Okay. Live strong is Armstrong.
Oh,
You're
wait,
right.
yeah.
You were right. You were actually normal.
Yeah.
We were silly. Okay.